I think we should be live. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, we are live again. I'll wait a minute or so for more people to join. How is the volume sounding for the person who's in the chat? And yeah, we'll just let people trickle in, then we'll go live. I mean, we're live. We'll press the old play button. Okay, so I see there's a few people in the chat. Let's get the party started. As the title says, we are doing deathmatch. We are going to have, take a look, a few one-on-ones, which are going to be super fun. But for now, let me know if you're in the chat, if the volume is good, if you can hear me. Also, this is going to be the first time we see Bengalis after live streaming some deathmatch games. You'll notice, as always, their new town center. I guess when you play Bengalis in deathmatch, remember the Bengalis after, I think, is it Castle? Whenever they build a new town center, they get 2 new villagers. So I guess in deathmatch, when you start off, it counts as a new town center. So live and learn. Let's hit the play button and get our butts into some deathmatch games. And let's take a look at the teams. Green and yellow, we'll call them Team North. Bear with me. And these guys, Team South. My impressive typing skills. Let's go. So we've got the Bengalis allied with the Ethiopians. Okay, Ethiopians very, very powerful. Oh, nice, Ben. I'm glad you could join us. How was NAC? But actually, never mind. I haven't seen what games were played, but I hope there's not a game right now that I'm competing in terms of eyeballs with NAC. To the south, the Slavs and the Bulgarians. Okay. Now, here's a question for you. In deathmatch, do the Bengalis already have Mahayana? Or is that something they need to research? Oh yeah, all finished. I think the Viper played, and Hera and Yo were all Mr. Yo were playing today. But in any event, yeah, remember the Bulgarians, the Bengalis do have that tech at the end of the day that their villagers are worth 0.9 population space as opposed to the usual 1. I wonder if that's already the case. Okay, so 10 population room with no, it looks like it's 1. In any event, our Bengali pushing out might be a civ that people absolutely hate for random games, but it looks like on deathmatch the Bengalis are pretty good, pushing out with 320 HP battle elephants. At the same time, Team South pushing north with Slavic cheaper champions. We'll see what our Ethiopian comes up with the fire. Remember, these guys, they're foot archers, fastest firing foot archers in the game. If you don't know what deathmatch is, if you are new to this format of the game, take a look at the bottom right of your screen. Every player starts with 20,000 food, 20,000 wood, 10,000 gold, and 5,000 stone. And so the game just spirals immediately into chaos. As you can see right now, Krepos being attacked by Bengali elephants, while Slavic swordsmen try to outdo Ethiopian fully upgraded arbalests. And now has to run a retreat. Hi, Brian. I'm glad you could join us. But take a look at Yellow, how far he's expanding. How many town centers is this? 9 town centers for a Yellow Bengali. A castle to the edge here. And now siege workshops. He wants to flank the blue Bulgarian, while at the same time green defends at home. Hi, your mom. Glad everyone can join. Oh yeah, I know, Ben, this is absolutely not Dark Age. One last thing I should mention about Deathmatch. It starts in Imperial Age, and you have all of your unique civilization upgrades already researched. So the Bulgarians attack 33% faster, which is great, because remember, they're conics. These guys, the slowest melee attacking mounted units in the game. Man, that is a mouthful. Whereas the Ethiopian foot archers are now the fastest firing archers in the game. Take a look at the speed. These are machine gunners. Unfortunately for him, he needs a lot more than arbalests if he wants to take out these army. I see a bunch of castles going down. Or how many castles? 3. So he's going to start pumping out Shotel warriors hopefully any minute now. Conics trying to catch elephants who are attacking into the middle here. This is absolutely not Dark Age. This is the wanton, brutal destruction and chaos of Deathmatch. Oh, now we've got Ethiopian Siege. Remember, they do come with torsion engines already researched, so their blast radius should be a bit wider. Where is it? Area of effect, 2 tiles. 2 tiles for these Ethiopian Siege onagers. And now Yellow slams into the side of Red's base here with swordsmen. Now, one thing to keep in mind, which I was telling everyone yesterday, with deathmatch games, the games can last anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. But unlike games like Rage Forest, team games, they do not last, each of them, a long time. Some of these games, as we saw yesterday, lasted a massive 8 or 9 minutes. We're already at the 9:42 mark of this one. And Yellow's entire attack is done. Yellow's Baroque. No more food, no more stone, no more gold. How many villagers? Only 66, but look at his teammate Green, only has 9 villagers. So, you know, some people don't like deathmatch. They think it's a bit of a, how do I say it? Not as fun as random games, because you, oh my god, a siege tower. Because you do start with all these resources and you start beating the shit out of each other, but those resources do not last. They are gone within the first 5 minutes of the game, and if you squander them, all of a sudden you find this on the border of your base. 13 Bulgarian siege onagers doing incredibly terrible attack rounds right up until the end. It looks like Team South is pushing in, though. Our Ethiopian highly disappointed. Packers 2 legit 6. A little disappointed, not gonna lie, that this is the last, this is the remainder of his army. Not a single Shotel warrior. Remember, oh, there they are. What the hell is the name of the upgrade? Royal Heirs? Yeah, okay, this game wasn't that great. With Royal Heirs, they produce in 4 seconds. Second fastest trained unit in the game. Yellow and green just completely blew all their gold, all their stone immediately. Nothing in reserve. Not exactly the greatest way to play deathmatch, and in return, their opposition here managed to hold in red, managed to hold in blue, and now there's literally nothing. Like, take a look at the top of your screen, 43 army supply to 189. So not the greatest game to start, but okay, here we go. Oh, they played 3 games. You know what? Let's play this 2-on-2, and then we'll do the series between Maldahar and Valhalla, the Otter one. Oh, very clever. My wife's cell phone case is an otter case. I wonder if this is a sign from the Age of Empires gods. But let's see if the team things hold. Of course not. This is going to be Team North. This is going to be Team South. Your mom, it really depends. Like I said, I always favor Franks just because that's how I grew up, and you can basically rush with those super tanky paladins. But when I was growing up with Age of Empires, you did not have the elephant civs. I mean, the Vietnamese with their 420 HP elephants are just absolutely ridiculous. Hindustanis with Shatagni and their +2 ranged hand cannoneers, absolutely ridiculous. Let me think about which 1v1 civ I think is probably the best. I mean, I'm always partial to Franks. I love castle rushing, the throwing axemen showing up out of nowhere. For now, Solara, a fantastic player, by the way. Ooh, playing as the Turks. Byzantines by favorite. Improvise is going to be the Spanish. And Frost 9, which, as I think I told you guys yesterday, currently the #1 best player deathmatch 1v1 in the game as the Celts. Okay, does need to catch these camels, though. Otherwise, they're going to decimate. And this is, by the way, also something new this in deathmatch. A lot of players built this little circular initial construction zone around their base so that it's harder and harder for them to get rushed. Frost 9 taking his time, pumping out a lot of halberdiers, going up to 85 halberdiers, finally starting to get some of those Celtic paladins. Hi, Kotal Khan. Is that the cookie monster? I guess you kind of know your opponent as the Turks, either going to go cavalry archers or camels until they can get their castles up at least. So always a good bet to go heavy on the halberdiers, I guess, when you're opposing them. For now, though, Blue streaking in with those Spanish paladins. He's going to be met with a lot of Byzantine camels, which I believe are cheaper. And let's see how he follows it up. Might do well to get some... okay, he's getting hand cannoneers instead of conquistadors. Okay. So, Blue's advance. This is another interesting change in the meta. You know, and back in the day, Blue would not have retreated to deal with those camels. Blue would have just kept attacking. But I love to see this retreat. I love to see dealing with whatever's attacking you at your base. It is an absolutely clean build. Brian, you're referring to Teal's base, right? Yeah, he did a fantastic job creating these kill zones. These camels are not going to get any raiding done with these 2 castles up, although where are his villagers? Only 6 villagers, so maybe I'm wrong. And maybe this is not a good build. For now, though, these villagers are building this infrastructure. They do not want the Turks to get up and running. And take a look, the Turks already, their heavy cavalry archers come with 100 HP. Yeah, you don't want to fight. You don't want to face off against the Turks when they are, they have their bearings, camels destroying this, slowly destroying this trebuchet. These are not Hindustani camels that attack faster. They are just basic heavy camel riders with 120 HP. That being said, if your opponent is the Turks, Celts are not a bad civ to play. If anyone can outmuscle Turkish siege and gunpowder, it's very much the Celts. Maybe Mongols as well. And now let's see if he's mixing in road raiders. Not a lot, but in comes the Spanish with the gunpowder reinforced. Not too sure why his gunpowder units here are just in the back. There's nothing there. Players already starting to set up their trade. Hopefully that means we're in for a nice longer game. Team South, though, no trade for them just yet. And in comes Teal. Our Celt has gotten his bearings. Army supply for Team North, a massive 80 ahead. Villager count identical. Oh god, Turk has to be careful here. These siege onagers might, oh, that's disgusting, might decimate his army without even a chance to retaliate. Red needs to get the numbers up. He's only got 9 camels and 6 halberdiers. His space is... are we going to see another 10-minute game? I hope not. Kotal, I absolutely will. Thanks for sending me the Elos. I'm not going to watch in advance. What I usually do is I'm just going to cast it for the first time as I see it. And that's basically, I'll let you know once I've done that, and then I'll add it to the queue of videos to be released. And I will absolutely let you know when that is happening. For now, 2 conquistadors sneaking to the back. Not really doing much, though. Team South continuing to bear the brunt of all this aggression. Not a lot of siege onagers out of our Celt. Only 7. But take a look at these rams. What the hell is he going to do with cavalry archers against rams? Halberdiers managing to do an amazing job zoning out these camels, but the Halbs are dead. Reinforcements are very far away. And look at this blue blob pushing into the north of Red's base. Red chasing away those two camels. Okay, now we finally got trade up for Team South. We finally got trade up for Team North. And this is another difference, I think, between... oh yeah, the Celts have such a powerful composition, Brian. This is another thing I was about to say about team games. Even 2v2s in death matches, that you can have a game like we saw yesterday where it's about an hour long without any trash units. I mean, not that I'm expecting trash units out of the Turks, who have what, the worst trash units in the game, but oh god, zoning out these Turkish or rather these Byzantine reinforcements. What is our Turk doing? I'm not sure why these trade carts aren't going to this market here to the north. Our Turk reinforcing with 2 castles to the south. But what's on the production tab? Only... oh, man. Okay. Sorry, guys. 2 very quick games to start. But now let's do this. Let's do this 1v1. Okay. So who do we have here? We've got the Otter one playing as the Incas against... Maldahar playing as the Poles. Okay. Tell me what you think. You think, I mean, the Incas here should have the upper hand, right? The Poles have the cheaper Cavaliers right off the bat, but those Cavaliers are going to do jack against a massive Kamayuks. Although, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oops. I don't know why it started randomly fast forwarding. Yeah, your mom, that was a very, very early GG. I'm hoping this game lasts a little longer. In the future, I might just sneak a peek at how long some of these games are, so to ensure we don't have all these very quick 7-8 minute games. Although, believe me, how much action did we see in the last game in a 7-8-10 minute game? Okay, attack llama. Try to make its way forward. It is retreating. Oh, no, never mind. It is going full speed ahead. Let's see what this llama can do. Will it get sniped by a castle? Will it get stolen by Maldahar? It is joined by its eagle brother. Yeah, exactly, your mom. That's why I said, what can the Poles... I mean, if the Poles go cavalry, Kamayuks are just going to absolutely wreck him. So our Polish player in blue, Maldahar, is going to, I think, have to get a little bit more creative. Our Inca moving forward. By the way, we are on Kilimanjaro. Let me zoom out. A giant capital T in the middle of the map. Lots and lots of little trees here. Acacia trees. Hero Llama. Look, it's still alive. Oh, Hero Llama being babysat by this one eagle warrior. He has probably the easiest job of any soldier, any unit we've seen so far in the casts. Eagles swarming over these obuchs, but remember, if blue goes heavy on the obuchs, which, by the way, in an incredibly underrated unit, then yellow can just go slingers. And that's why every one of my video intros with the with Incas on a random game, it always starts the same way. The quintessential counter civilization, in my opinion. They can literally counter everything and anything. Llama still keeping an eye on this castle. We will keep an eye on this llama. Eagles moving south, not really accomplishing much, but in comes the bigger army here. These Cavaliers are going to get shredded to pieces, but maybe the obuchs can save the day. I don't know. This is not a lot of obuchs anyway. Let's take a look at resources. Yellow, a lot more gold than his opponent. 3 times the gold. Other resources basically equal. Yeah, you can't take this kind of terrible outnumbered engage here as blue, but yeah, our Pole, this is what he has to rely on, I think. Stronger ranged units protected by maybe gunpowder? I don't know. I think this is going to be literally an uphill battle for our blue Pole. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what our yeah, it's gonna be hard, right? I don't know what to say here for the Pole. No hand cannoneers for them, so he can't really take head-on engages. I mean, tell me what you guys think. There's a bunch of people in chat that I'm assuming have played the game, know the way the game works. Should blue try to do some kind of side attack while just relying on static defense? Because you can't take a head-on engage here. These Kameyuks are just going to shred your cavalry to pieces. Take a look at their attack bonus. It doesn't seem like much, plus 12, but it is incredibly powerful. Almost have to retreat. Arbalest maybe not the best when they have 6 pierce armor. I don't know. I feel like blue's going to have to get a little creative in this game. Oh, the Mangonel's getting, the Onagers getting sniped. Luckily for them, the Incan siege is there's no siege Onagers here. Oh god, can't lose your, you see, this is what he needs. Rows and rows of castles. And then side attacks, lots and lots of raiding, lots and lots of side attacks I think are needed for blue. Although he's managing to push it back, not a lot of Kameyuks left. 28 of them. Yeah, Arbalest would absolutely be good for blue here. You are 100% right. Arbalest and Obuchin, incredible combination. Remember, by the way, that the attack on their armor, the reduction in armor, stays until they're either healed or garrisoned in a castle. Okay. Cavalry Archer's doing a pretty good job here. Nothing particularly special, I don't think, about the Polish Cavalry Archer, unless my memory is failing me. But what is special about 12 trebuchets? Oh, this is a... Oh, God, these 2 castles are done. Blue, come on, use your units here. Do something. Oh, man, so far it looks like the Incas are going to steamroll him. I hope we don't have another 10-minute game. Otherwise, I'm disabling the hide feature, and I'm going to take a look at the games and make sure we don't have any more 10 or 12-minute games. But for now, only 13 Kameyuks left. Our blue pole has withstood the tide of Incan aggression here. But look at this. If you can't tell on your computer or whatever you're watching this on, this is all high ground here for the Inca, which is absolutely not where you want to be engaging as the blue player. Although throwing away a bunch of trebs is never a bad thing. And, oh my god, how many trebuchets for yellow? Still 7 left. These Cavaliers are going to be able to smash through them now. Eagle Warriors are not going to be as good as Kameyuks, I don't think, against... although, I think they have an attacking as cavalry a bonus. Yeah, but it's only 4. Oh, man. Blue supply block there for a second housed. Okay, Obos should be able to take care of all this now, if he focuses them down. This is absolutely the wrong thing for blue to do, by the way. I think the Cavalry Archer should be focusing the Kameyuks, and the Obos should be focusing on the Trebuchets. Again, blue not doing much. Somehow blue has the score lead. Not exactly sure how. Take a look at the mini-map. It's all yellow units streaming endlessly. Imagine the Incas with the Aztec feature where they build units 11% faster. So you get 10 units for the time that it requires to build 9. How powerful that could be in a deathmatch game. Blue not paying attention here, continuing to expand to the side. The one saving grace he has here, because look at his food count is absolute terrible, is number 1, the Incas have even less food, and number 2, he's got the full works. So the second these farms are seeded, 8% now, no longer 10%. Remember, that was nerfed a little while ago. 8% now goes into your coffers every time you seed a farm. Okay, I mean, he's holding on with these cavalry archers. Not the quickest way to get rid of trebuchets. Okay, Obos though. Okay, maybe draw some onager fire, some friendly fire here. Oh, that thing was already going down. Yeah, now blue's in trouble. He's seated control the entire map. Like I said, blue needs to get a little creative here, and blue is not getting creative at all. He's got the higher villager count. Army supply basically half. Oh, takes a terrible shot here, but so do the elite warriors here. Remember, these already come with... oh no, what am I saying? Never mind. The I had an absolute brain fart thinking of how I mentioned the Aztecs. I was going to say how these already come with the Garland Wars upgrade, the +4 attack, but I forgot that these are Incan Eagle Warriors that get extra armor. The Mayans get the extra HP. The Aztecs get the extra attack. Obukhs managing to absolutely demolish these Kameyuks. Chasing. So take a look. This Aztec warrior armor is down, and it's going to stay that way. Very, very cocky build here for Yellow, thinking he can get that down center up. But in come more Obukhs. Army supply growing, but still down 20 army supply. 31 kills for these onagers. A lot of good attack rounds out of Yellow, but now the game is stabilized. Yellow, I think, giving Blue a little bit too much time here, no? Kameyuk on Obukhs, supported by onagers that don't give a shit who they kill. They are just attacking everything here. But look at Yellow, a town center to the north, a town center to the 2 o'clock position. What does he have here? A band of Eagle Warriors here, ready to pounce, no doubt, whenever the time is absolutely the worst for Blue, who finally, this is what he needs to be doing. A bunch of raiding, a bunch of side attacks. Blue has to get creative here. Like I said, he's working from the low ground with the, in theory, weaker civilization. The fact that he has the score lead for even a brief second here is shocking to me. But again, as I said, Obukhs, one of the most underrated, underestimated units, infantry units in the game. And finally, here come the Polish raids. Those Obukhs can absolutely demolish entire armies by ruining their armor count. Look at that. Oh, why are you engaging uphill into Kameyuks? Okay. Took the even ground here, did Blue. And now with archer support, should be able to get rid of these Kameyuks. Although remember, they're pierce armor 6. Although with the Obukhs, look at that, reduced to -1. Oh my god, okay, Blue is doing this. Blue is absolutely doing this so far. And he's getting resources, contested resources, and he's rebuilding stables. He's got 1,500 gold. The Otter one, our Yellow Inca, is out of gold entirely, and now his center position is under attack. How the hell did Blue do this? One of the cool things I like about Deathmatch, which I always love to mention about Deathmatch, everyone has murder holes. Absolutely everyone has murder holes, which is absolutely fantastic. Eagles finally pouncing. How many kills on them? Only 1, 2. Not not doing the damage I thought they would be doing. Let's see how they fare against these Obukhs. They are probably not going to fare very well. Oh god. With castle fire backup, and now Blue has stormed the northern part of Yellow's base. Castle on castle violence here. 2 trebs apiece. 1 treb just hanging out, did not get the memo that, hey bro, you're supposed to be attacking your opponent. This is not a Tuscan villa here. You are not climbing Kilimanjaro to get an Instagram photo. You are supposed to be destroying each other. 4 trebs against 4 trebs. Although Polish Cavaliers will come and destroy these, and especially now that the castle is down. Got enough Kameyuks here to be able to kill these. Look how quickly they kill Cavaliers. My god. Okay, now the theater of war here has shifted for some bizarre, strange reason to the northeast of the map, to the 2 o'clock position, where we've got a full-on Treb war. Although 4 always beats 1, especially when that 4 has additional backup. Yellow streaming south, Eagles, villagers. He wants this gold. How much is left here? 300, 400, not a lot at all. And these kinds of games could essentially devolve into a trash war, because remember, there is no trade. Your mama, you're as shocked as I am. I thought the Incans had this. Let's take a look at their production structures. 8. Oh man, 8 castles. I think went a little bit too overboard with the siege workshops. I mean, your opponent is going to go heavy on Obukhs. You need those slingers out. Does he have any slingers? He has no slingers out. And now take a look at the supplies. Our pole with 200, our Incas struggling to get the 140. I think our pole has this game, at least for now. Score indicates 2,000 point advantage for our blue pole, who is now taking resources. These yellow 9-kill band of eagles need to get their asses in the game. I think the Inca responded a little too poorly to these oboes. I mean, look at them. Like I said, every person I talk to, no one really expects them to be as strong as they are, but the fact that they reduce armor, again, they don't attack on the highest for an infantry, right? Base attack of 10 for an infantry is quite low. But what they do is they just destroy your armor so that even if you survive this one fight, the next fight, your armor, take a look at their armor now, from +6 to +3, from +4 to +1. So they are weaker. They're like yesterday when we were talking about the elephants taking a lot of damage and being tickled away at. And here we go, blue finally getting creative, finally attacking on a multi-pronged basis here. Trebuchet saying, you are not getting this contested gold. Okay, Khmer's catching these Cavaliers. Look how quickly they kill. It's insane. So Cavaliers should get at least one Treb, but then immediately die. Look at this. Look how fast it is. It's so gross. But blue raiding the back. Just by population alone, I think blue is going to take this game. Now the army supply is completely reversed. Blue, the one who's about 10 or 15 army supply ahead. The Otter one struggling, as I said a minute ago, to go beyond 140. Okay. Looks like yellow has cleaned up a few, and these Kamyuks are going to come here and just shred these Cavaliers. These Cavaliers... Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess if I say something, the exact opposite ends up happening. So first game here going to Maldahar as the blue poles. I was not expecting that at all. Let's take a look at the... oh my god, look at the kill count in a 30-minute game on Deathmatch. 600 apiece and more. 312 Kamyuks, 320 Obuchs. APM very relaxed for the players. Economically, pretty identical game. A little bit more relic gold for yellow because I think he had one more relic. A lot more wood for him, but a lot more food for Maldahar. Look at that gold difference, though. 5,000 gold difference. Stone ended up not really playing too big of a difference. Yeah, he had 3 relics. Wow, what a fun... okay. Okay, let's hope the other games in the series are exactly like this. Turks versus Japanese. Oh, this is going to be fun, too. Maldahar this time playing as the Japanese. The Otter one playing as the Turks on Valley. This is the map we're on. It's basically like the Nile map, except the Nile here, I guess we're living in a post-apocalyptic world. The Nile has dried out, has left a few puddles. All the crocodiles are gone too. And look at yellow. Look at his build. I wonder which direction he intends to push into, huh? Both players locating each other's bases immediately within a minute. Oh yeah, this is not a scout cavalry. This is a hussar. Your villager should not be taking that unit on one, but with a halb to support. I hope we get to see some big old powerful gunpowder units out of our yellow Turk. Japanese, though, remember, with Kataparuto, their Trebs with the 4 times faster... I always forget the word, packing and unpacking. And then on top of that, 33% firing faster. Okay, for now, though, our Turk going, looks like a mix of what we saw in the first game we saw today, of camels and cavalry archers. Take a look at their HP, 100. Already coming fully upgraded. Let's see what our Japanese player can do. Remember, the infantry do attack 33% faster, but these camels, these cavalry archers move a lot more than 33% faster, I think, than the halbs. The halbs move at a 1.1. These guys move at a... Okay, 1.54. That actually might be 33% faster. Oh, God. I shouldn't just open my mouth anymore. Okay. A little scuffle here in the middle of the map. Well, let's see what happens. Sorry for the zoom out. We've got Japanese cavalry archers taking on Turkish cavalry archers. Our Turk planning some kind of sneaky side attack here. Let's see what he does. Also charging up the middle. Blue playing incredibly defensively. How many cavalry archers? 40 heavy cavalry archers for our Japanese. 37 halberdiers. Army supply very much in favor of Blue, who's now pushing back. But what's he gonna do when what you gonna do when these Turkish cavalry archers come for you? Let's see. Okay, sniping the villager, but how is he gonna deal with this? With bombard cannon support, with a castle to support. I mean, a bunch of these cavalry archers are inside the castle fire. Not too sure why Blue is taking that fight. Range identical. Sorry, I hit the mic accidentally, got so excited, but what are you guys doing? Wake up. Join the battle here. And these Yasama towers are going to be potentially deadly. 3 arrows fired from each one. And in comes Blue. He needs some kind of siege. He needs something to attack these castles. There's one Treb. That is not going to be enough. Maybe in a random game where your opponent is struggling to put together, 15 army supply. But in deathmatch, when you've got these massive, massive battles, you absolutely cannot rely on one trebuchet. Look at this one siege ram. Oh, goodness. Comes in, dies. Although neither player really has very many, if at all, melee units that can really attack and destroy buildings here. High ground for our Japanese cavalry archers. Brilliant move here by Blue. And now these Turkish cavalry archers, even though they have more HP, they are not going to last very long. But here we go. Like I said, Blue has really nothing that can deal with these rams very quickly. I mean, you can surround them with halberdiers, but look how slow they take away their HP, even surrounding them. These rams should not have reached those towers in the first place. Castle does go down, but in come Turkish bombard. Remember, with artillery +2 attack. Oh, what are they doing? Attack round? Why is he attacking his own units? That was a very strange little thing there that Yellow did. It looked like he attacked his own units. Castle, look at this castle. If ever there was a king of the hill castle, it is this one, protecting the eastern flank of the Turkish Empire. But look at army supply. Maldahar, literally 4 times the army supply. And again, this isn't feudal age. This isn't even early castle age. This is post-imperial. You have 4 times the army supply of your opponent. You are just going to steamroll over them. Finally adding more trebs. Oh, these hussars are not going to do well again. Why are you throwing away hussars individually? Where's this one villager going? You are in the wrong neighborhood, my man. Oh, thought he would get cheeky. What is this? Demo ships? Oh man, our Turk is planning a nice little surprise here for any units that are going to approach that dock. The question is, will anyone approach that dock? It looks like Blue is doing an amazing job pushing in. Treb's not really being utilized to their best potential. Probably will lose one, right? Yeah, he's gonna lose the one. Still, can't wait to see. There's another dock being built here. Not too sure what our Yellow Turk is doing, knowing full well that these trebuchets are just going to treb down. Oh, that's what he was doing. I apologize. I did not realize that these this sand here was traversable by ships. But those demos did absolutely nothing. And our Blue Japanese now only at a 2 times army advantage. Because again, like I said a minute ago, there's nothing in this Japanese army except the trebs that can really do any serious melee damage. And so cav archers are not going to destroy buildings very fast. especially when you plug them up with these incredibly powerful siege rams with their 195 pierce armor. There's not much that blue can do to destroy structures, and if you can't destroy structures, you're basically giving your opponent the ability to come back into the game, because they can take all the time in the world to produce more. Although yellow, Baroque is a joke, has enough resources for one castle, and blue is pushed back. Yeah, Kotal, I honestly didn't know that they could move like that through the sand. Body block, body block, body block. No, he let the siege rams get in close quarters with the Trebs, and now the Trebs are going to die. Yellow, though, throwing away way too many cav archers for his resources. There's 40 cav archers to 11 now. And here we go. One of the best units in the game, the Samurai, with the attack bonus against the other unique units, although not a single Janissary out on the map. Another highly underused, underrated infantry unit, in my opinion. My god, do they attack fast. Can they shred through armies, especially when they're backed up by 40 cav archers. No one really side attacking anyone, right? I mean, a quarter of blue's cav archers are here in the east doing nothing. Maldahar respecting his opponent, perhaps a little bit too much. Although the Otter one, this game, he's not sitting at 140 supply. This game, he's sitting at 180 supply. So a little bit more of a tougher enemy to chew out. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he body blocks with these Hussars. This could be potentially deadly for blue if he times it right. He does not time it right at all. Moves in the Hussars way too early. These Rams, for some reason, blocking, playing bumper cars in front. But we'll get rid of all the Samurai, rather should get rid of all the Samurai. I don't know why he's even running away from them. Just attack. These guys are still here. What the hell are you doing? You have 13 kills. Join the game. 23 villagers on food is not enough for yellow if he wants to keep pumping out Hussars, I don't think. Let's take a look at how many stables he's got. 5 stables, okay. You know why he's got 5 stables? Because he got no wood. He's got 190 wood. Oh, King of the Hill Castle is getting trebbed down. Okay, your 3 Hussars, adorable. I don't know why. I don't know why blue retreated here. Why did he retreat? Keep pushing in. Now you're look how fast, by the way, these Trebs. Oh, he wants to attack the oh god. Oh really? I didn't know that, Brian. Is it really? I'm not surprised by that at all. I didn't know that, but I'm absolutely not surprised that the best hero unit is a Samurai. Again, like the Obu, I love to see them because you don't really see them that often. Their attack is not exactly the highest, but the attack speed is what really makes a difference. And now blue taking a terrible fight here on the low ground. More and more. Why is he retreating? Look, when you're playing, I guess when you're playing Japanese and you've got Kataperuto, you can afford to pack up and unpack your Trebs and move them around more. I guess they're more mobile because they do pack and unpack 4 times as fast. So you can run them around. Finally, welcome to the game. This Eastern group, this band of 10 cavalry archers, we'll keep an eye on them. Oh no, they just moved from one useless location to another useless location. I'm shocked that the Otter one is still in this game. He's got way too much villager supply here. 148 going up to 150. If you're playing Hussars, you do not need to go above 120 to 130 in my opinion. Okay, cavalry archers now dying to castle fire. We'll see how they do manage to find a juicy little... But you see the problem here for blue? He's doing this and it's a favor to yellow. Yellow has too many villagers. What blue is doing right now at this stage of the game is he's freeing up army supply for yellow. Absolutely bad move here. He should have moved this those 10 cav archers to the main army and then have a death ball. Although remember, unlike us with the God's Eye caster view, he does not know what is going on in the back of yellow's base. But that's exactly what he's doing, unfortunately. Spanish should be really powerful, although the last few games, I don't know, the one we saw yesterday, the one that went on for like an hour, I think it was the Spanish ended up winning, right? Against the Teutons there. Green versus red. I mean, I need to remember. I don't exactly remember. Your mom, what do you mean it's the Late Chai or the Custiliers? Which unit is the strongest? Uh-oh. Now yellow pushing forward. Take a look. He is almost supply capped, and now his military numbers have grown. Like I said, blue did him a huge favor by depopulating him here in the back. Take a look. 51 heavy cavalry archers for our Turk. Blue needs to engage this militarily, not attack civilians, but he is making an imprint here on the western part of the map as well. Oh yeah, the strongest. I think I meant infantry when I was talking about the samurai, but no doubt, I think Late Chai are, yeah, they're next level. Custiliers are next level. Persian war elephant, like we saw yesterday. Man, can that unit take a pounding. Okay, Rams move in, Rams move back. Again, though, I think blue is doing yellow a favor here. He's knocked him down 20 villagers, which has now freed yellow to build even more hussars, more cav archers. I hear Rams attacking stuff. They are attacking these very annoying Japanese towers. Has he established his position here? Yes, he has. But in come the cav archers. They might want to back away from here. Their HP is falling fast, but they need to defend this castle. At least get the villager. At least get the villager. Just one more arrow. There you go. Oh no, but a fresh recruit. 2 of them being sent to do something. Maybe repair that trebuchet. That'd be a good start. Okay. Halberdiers dying on literally on a hill. Oh yeah, exactly. Kotal. That's where this is where you can like spiral into a crazy rabbit hole. When you say what's the strongest unit, do you mean one-on-one supply, or do you mean equal resources? Oh, but nice. We finally got Janissaries out on the map, but not for long. They show up and they immediately die. Oh, unfortunate. The life of a Janissary. I think in real life, weren't the Janissaries, they were captured prisoners, right? From other nations that were conscripted into the Ottoman Empire. Oh god, look how gross these Japanese, this attack speed on them. 1.4. Ugh. Yeah, like I was saying before I interrupted myself 7 times, you can go down a rabbit hole of what's the strongest unit one-on-one. Because again, yeah, the Persian war elephant, of course, one-on-one is the strongest unit, but if you're factoring in cost, and if you're factoring in, you know, a million other things, upgrades and unique upgrades and things like that, that conversation, let's put it, can spiral, can last 5 hours. Although I am more than happy to get into that conversation with anyone. Oh, absolutely, monks counter elephants. I mean, that's why they... I think that's kind of the whole point of elephants, is they're super strong but incredibly vulnerable because of their move speed. Although, which is it? I think it's the Bengali elephants that are resistant to conversion, right? Someone in the chat correct me if I'm wrong. I forget if it's the Burmese or the Bengalis, whose elephant units take less damage and are also more resistant to conversion. Down the volume of the game and up mine? Okay, one sec. Let's see if that works. Yeah, Brian, you're absolutely right. I wonder where I'm getting that from. I think I read it somewhere a long time ago that Janissaries were... captured from other nations and basically enlisted in the Turkish army, receiving incredible training and actually a pretty decent life considering other empires at the time and what they did to their male prisoners. Okay, yellow multi-pronged attack here is going to get rid of these Sama towers, at least for now, but blue pushing in with a blob of cav archers. Take a look at army supply yet again. Our Turk finds himself down 3 times the army supply. Oh god, yeah, Kotal. I mean, look, okay, strongest unit doesn't really matter, because if you have a monk, you can you can basically turn any unit into your unit. Okay, 34-minute game. About, oh, look at the kill count on Otter. Very satanic, guys. 666. The well, I guess it is in this game the number of the beast, right? Because we have the Otter one, although not exactly. I'm sure the beast, the satanic beast, that is really referred to. 400 halberdiers, 300. Okay. Economy. Yeah, look at that economy. 13,000 more resources. So Maldahar is leading 2 games to 0, it seems like. And let's take a look at the last game. Ooh, you wanted late chai. I hope you get them against Mongols. This could be very interesting. Oh, we're on 4 lakes. I'm going to zoom out if you're not familiar with the map. Basically Arabia, except you got clumps of trees and 4 lakes in the corners, which always leads to some kind of shenanigans as players try to get those shorefish, although that's usually in a random game. Yeah, the Bengali monks. Oh, they're, yeah, okay. I figured they were super powerful. They're the ones that come with the +3 armor. Brian, I used to love reading about Saladin when I was younger, and the Crusades and all that stuff. The Battle of the Horns of Hattin is just absolutely bonkers to me. And then when I started playing Age of Empires and I saw those Teutonic Knights with that incredibly heavy Western armor, that thick steel, and then realizing that's why they walk so slowly, and then realizing that's why in the Hattin battle they basically walked into the desert in those massive, like 40-degree weather, in those massive Crusader armor. Yeah, that's why that's part of the reason I love this game, and I love the fan base, because every single person that I've so far had interaction with here on chat, etc., on comments, whatever, except for one person who is not in this chat at all, but everyone just kind of loves this game and has a general appreciation for history and just an appreciation for strategy games, which, you know, in the 90s, growing up in high school is not exactly the easiest time if you're a history nerd. And there we go. Your mom, we have some late chai out on the map, and they are moving forward with these paladins. Yellow needs to get relics ASAP, otherwise he's missing out on another +4 attack boost. Remember, Lithuanians, take a look at the top left of your screen, do not get the last attack upgrade for their paladins and their late chai, just because any one of these they collect adds a +1 attack. So you do not want a +8 attack. That would just make things way too unfair. Oh, Henry V and the Golden Horde. Oh man, don't get me started going down a rabbit hole of history. Maybe we'll do an AMA or something. We'll do a live AMA where we just all hang out and discuss history. That would basically be probably the nerdiest and funnest thing I do in my life. Again, don't tell my wife I'm saying these things. Our Lithuanian, for now, not really investing in his gold. 5,000 gold still left. Our Mongols very much investing gold in these camels and Mangudai army supply in favor of our Lithuanians somehow. Oh, because he's adding in halberdiers. Mongols probably should not engage into these halberdiers without Mangudai support. They get steamrolled, and now there's no more blue anywhere. It looks like the Otter one is so far taking this game. Massive early game score lead for him. Continuing to establish a center position, but not being aggressive with it. Okay, here we go. Take a look at how fast these onagers move with drills. Oh, do not engage into a choke point like this. That is bad news bears here for the Otter. Loses all of his units, only gets 1 siege onager for his trouble, but loses a shit ton of gold. Okay, he's found a relic. Blue, no. You see, blue, this is the sign of a good player. He knows what his opponent needs. He's already gathered one relic himself, our Mongol. In deathmatch, I guess you start with so many resources, you don't really care about the fish, so the four corners of the map are being left alone for now. Okay. All right, of course, right as I say that, a dock goes up for yellow. And here we go. Okay, unfortunately for blue, 2 paladins are still more than enough. Although, maybe hold your monk back. Keep him back. Okay, never mind. The Mangudai too busy trying to take out those paladins. Man, absolutely incredible that they're fighting over relics, although our Mongol doing a better job, 2-1. Although I'm just not going to talk anymore. The second oh god, the second I say it's 2-1, he gets the second relic. Oh god, with drills, anything that stands in the way of these. Last game we saw those incredibly fast packing trebuchets from the Japanese. This game we're seeing these incredibly fast-moving siege onagers from our Mongol. 33 kills on them. But the Lithuanians, don't forget, have speed on their side as well. Leichai, not exactly a slow unit, moving a 1.54, and the Otter looks like he's about to surround and do a soft contain on his opponent's base here. Blue needs to break out. A few Hussars are not going to do the trick, I don't think. But you know what might do the trick? 38 freaking Mangudai, backed up by 12 siege onagers and a bunch of trebuchets. Yellow has to be careful here. Siege undefended like this works against other civs, but not when you're playing a Mongol. Look how fast that onager can come in, although, yeah, didn't need to send both of those. Could have either just sent Mangudai or the siege onager. The Mangudai, remember, come within, I think, a +5 attack bonus against siege. Okay, okay. Yellow, what's his food like? 4,000 food, 2,500 wood. Going for the fishing ships. Blue confident that with 5,000 wood, 5,000 food, he can hold on to here. Villager count kind of equal. Army supply, our Mongol is down a significant 20 army supply. Well, he keeps throwing away these Hussars into forests of halberdiers. What is he expecting? Oh god, that's yikes. Look at the HP on them. They're basically already dead. It's like that scene in The Simpsons where they're poking what is it, I forget if it was a dog or a homeless person, and he goes, why are you poking him? He's already dead. That's exactly what those Hussars were. The second, look at them, the second they get into the base, they just die because their HP was already so bad. High ground Treb taken out. This castle shockingly still up, despite, what, 5 minutes of trebbing? But where are you going, sneaky, sneaky Treb? Oh, he's going to turn around. He's going to go. This is a long distance for a Mongol who's regrouping here in the center. Missing out on this onager. Has to be careful. Okay. Yellow missing out even more. And now, Maldahar. Okay. Is he going to take this 3-0? Leichai have something to say about it. Look at your mom. Look how amazing they are. I absolutely love this unit. Ignoring armor is just a bonkers thing. Which makes me think, you know, maybe Dravidians are not an absolute dog shit. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, yellow. Oh. It makes me think Dravidians may not be a terrible deathmatch civilization with the Woot Steel upgrade. I mean, in a random map, by the time you get up to Woot Steel, your opponent probably has the bigger, stronger army if you're playing Dravidians, but in deathmatch, where you kind of already start with all these upgrades, it might just be that Dravidians are hidden. What's the expression? I don't know what the expression. A hidden like an ace in the hole or something like that. Like, in any event, Dravidians aside, our Lithuanian, a civ very much focused on its heavy cavalry units, is using exactly heavy cavalry units to penetrate the north of Blue's base. And Blue has nothing but Mangudai, and despite the fact that they're fast and quick, look at that, no attack bonuses at all against any kind of cavalry. So their 12 attack is going to come into contact with 7 armor on the Paladins and 5 armor on the Leichai. who now, by the way, have +3 attack to make it +5. Oh, but these heavy onagers are just going to wreck. I think our Lithuanian, despite the fact that he has no gold, needs... Okay, he has no gold because he's building 60 paladins. I was going to say, why not just swarm over blue with paladins? Every one of these shots that attacks on a 12 only reduces 5 HP from these paladins. So what do you need? Oh, God, 90? No, not 90. What's 180 divided by 5? 30... Oh, God, guys, I try to do math while casting. So 200 would be 40 minus 4. So 36 shots from a Mangudai to kill a single paladin. And he has 45. So he has enough Mangudai to one-shot these paladins. More failed attack rounds out of... Oh, no. Beautiful splits here out of Otter. But why is he running away? You've got the stronger unit, and now you're taking a bunch of onager shots to the face. Those pointy boys were absolutely afraid of these onagers. Not sure. Yellow a little hesitant here. You've got 44 paladins. Just swarm these Mangudai. The Mangudai are not going to last very long. But what will last is these heavy camel riders. Okay, good. Engage into it, but maybe with more than 6 paladins. Okay, I mean, yellow does have blue surrounded. Blue is what I'd like to call a soft contain here. Oh, he's going winged hussars. I mean, not bad. They've got 6 pierce armor, and I guess they're faster than the paladins and cheaper. I feel like yellow has this game, despite the fact that blue has been able to decimate his heavy cavalry count. I mean, look how tanky these paladins are against Mangudai. Mangudai just don't kill them fast enough. And if he can get a critical mass of them going, should be GG here for blue. Now Mangudai's retreating to the high ground. Okay, that's one way to increase your attack against these heavily pierce armored units of yellow. Add another 25% to your attack. Why the hell not? Theater of War shifting north, Theater of War shifting west. Yellow very optimistic with his castle, although bringing a shit ton of villagers here. How many villagers is this? 21 villagers being pulled to build this one castle. He does not want the soft contain to end. Okay, here we go. Finally, some paladins making inroads. Mangudai taking a bunch of friendly fire. Camels! Oh, camels and hussars taking friendly fire. Okay. Chasing up a hill, not a position you want to be in. Okay, should be able to get one of these onagers. Yeah, exactly. Remember, 14 paladins absolutely add no arrows to your castle. Only villagers and ranged units do. And the stronger the ranged unit, the more arrows it adds. Unless, of course, you are the Teutons, in which case infantry also adds. But, oh god. Intercept, intercept, intercept. These are very weak battering rams. They will die before they even get to their intended target. So you're pulling blue apart. Fantastic play here by yellow this game. He's attacking to the north while at the same time attacking to the south, drawing these Mangudai into, by the way, castle fire. Look at their HP. They're down 1,000 HP. Not a single monk in sight. Where is 4 monks? Oh my god, they're standing on the foundation of a monastery. They need to be on the front lines healing units. Is that what he's doing? Is he sending his Mangudai back to get healed? Let's follow these Mangudai. Absolutely not. Oh god, I'm starting to get worried here for blue. 36 Mangudai does seem like a very scary number, but when you realize their HP is at half, not that scary anymore. Oh yeah, your mom, absolutely. If these players run out of resources, we're gonna see a good old-fashioned trash war, which on deathmatch can last like 2 hours. Not that I'm hoping it does, but yeah. Skirmishers absolutely wreck them. For now, though, the players still have enough resources. I mean, Winged Hussar is a trash unit. Let's call it what it is. These paladins taking bizarrely unnecessary damage here. Oh god. Yeah, you see multiple arrows because he's got villagers in there. Even paladins don't add extra arrows. But how will he respond here to the north? Cav archers for our Lithuanian. And more streaming across the map, these winged hussars. Okay, yellow's kind of doing it, although his supply is half of blue's army supply. Blue, though, 20 some odd villagers behind and 16 idle villagers, probably all stuck in this castle, now repairing it. Okay, Mangudai in the castle is a good move, although again, you have 4 monks, blue. Use your monks to repair, and this is just a waste of winged hussars here, and an absolute waste of food for yellow. But luckily for yellow, right now, it seems dire. He's got 55 army supply to 22. The Mongols have nothing to deal with these castles. Nothing to deal with this static defense here. And yeah, he's gonna find out that the castle's there because it's freaking firing down on his villagers. Our Mongol now desperately building 5 trebuchets, the only way he can knock these castles down. So yellow, yet again, just like last game when he was the Turks, is being given a lifeline here just because blue did not plan ahead. Although this very much is planning ahead, building a wall off here to the north. If blue had even 2 trebuchets with his Mangudais, this game would be over. And I mean like 2 minutes ago, not right now. Right now he's obviously building more and more. 4 of them out on the map. Winged hussars chasing hussars. For some bizarre reason, again, yellow throwing away units here, not paying attention that they are entering castle kill zones. Loses 3 or 4 unnecessarily, but does he care? He is now at 46 army supply. His opponent, though, at 72. Most of it, though, Mangudai. And again, Mangudai great. But if yellow can get a critical number of cavalry, again, these guys deal no extra bonus damage whatsoever to cavalry. And your mom, I don't know, maybe it will end up in a trash war. Let's see what yellow's building behind this. Let's zoom out and see if we've got any archery rangers. I mean, just the original ones he built, the 4, which are inactive. Yellow needs to expand out onto the map. He is finally gathering all of his army in one location. Let's see if this means we're going to see a big old battle. And again, you can't run around the map like this with these very weak Mangudai, 300 HP. And look how quick these Lechai are just going to demolish these Mangudai. This is why I think yellow made a tactical error earlier on by not building a critical mass of paladins and then just swarming his opponent, who had basically just all Mangudai. Castle will fall. This is a lot of trebs, but 2 trebs returning the favor. God, Mangudai. Mangudai are really, really good at sniping siege, in case you didn't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's taking my advice, but he's not sending in enough units to go in. He's sending them again. Piecemeal is the word I'm looking for. And let's see. He do. How can he respond to them? Now they're on the high ground, too? Ah, yeah. Let's see. Your mom, you're absolutely right. Lithuanian skirmishers, if I'm not mistaken, move faster and do have extra armor. Oh, finally, look, he listened to you across space and time. Yeah, extra armor here. Well, remind me of the upgrade. It's one of these upgrades that's named a certain way that for some reason my brain just can't remember it. I remember they have the extra armor. I remember they move faster than the usual skirmisher, but I absolutely cannot remember the name of the upgrade right now. It has completely left my head. But the introduction of skirmishers, he needs more than 4 archery ranges, though. And now the Mangudai escape. Paladins to the north, skirmishers to the south. Winged hussars hounding them. But 4 trebs, or rather 3 trebs here. What the hell? This is gonna bother me for a while now that I don't remember the tower shields. Sorry, tower shields, right? The name of it. They have those 2 upgrades, the Lithuanians, that are named very similarly, named after structures. So you've got tower shields, and then the other one is oh god, forts that they can upgrade their so let's take a look at their town center. Should come with +3 range, 9 range. which makes them outrange most siege units, or rather mangonels and onagers. Tower shields. You see that? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The Lithuanian upgrades always confuse me. There's hill forts and tower shields, and the names always make me think of structures. So, you know, like the Teutons have the crenellations, which is obviously like you know, it is what the name indicates what it does. The Italians have pavice, which increases you know, a big shield, which increases their armor and things like that. But the Lithuanian one always confuses me. I'm always confused between tower shields and forts, hill forts rather. And now Yellow finally swarming his opponent. Equal army supply. Winged Hussars should take this handily. Even villagers joining in. He is throwing away villagers for some reason. Okay. He's not at all supply capped. Not sure what those villagers are doing there. Yellow has just expanded too far. What is attacking you? A few trebuchets. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Matt, the skirmisher? You mean the Jenny? The genitor of the Berbers? Yeah, those would be those would absolutely wreck. Although there are other good skirmishers, right? The Hulche Javeliners adds a second spear, although it does a lot less damage. The Vietnamese have the Imperial Skirmisher. There's a lot of good skirmisher units in this game. How would you buff it, Atlas? You mean for a specific civilization or just in general? I don't think you're ever going to be able to get rid of things like the Defender's advantage, right? Just because the structures are so nearby, the Defender can reinforce immediately, whereas take a look at Yellow, has to stream across the map. And somehow Yellow again is down significantly in army supply. How many archery ranges are we working with still? Only the 4. I am absolutely shocked that Yellow has not invested more into archery ranges, although his wood count is very low. Yeah, you're right about their range. And they also cost a little bit more, right? But I guess you're getting speed. I mean, again, Blue is doing Yellow a favor here by killing these villagers, although it would be doing a bigger favor if he killed not the lumberjacks. Yellow just cannot take a good engage in this game. It seems like he's got the in my opinion, the superior units, but he doesn't have the production. He's stopped building skirmishers. He's got how many stables? Sorry, guys, I'm going to zoom out massively on the map. Only 11 stables? What is this one? Where are you? Okay, I'm not going to count this one. He's got 10 stables. And now Mongolian Hussars. Remember, they come with 30% more HP, 118 HP on their Hussar. What are these guys doing? What is this? I did not even notice this group of 18 winged Hussars in the back of his base. Yeah, absolutely, your mom. He has only one chance here, and that's to mass his army and then completely wipe out the Mongol army. However, because he's taken so long to do that, take a look at Maldahar's resources. 5,000 wood, 1,000 gold, enough stone for even another castle. Yellow just streaming in units individually. I mean, they move faster, but they... and this? What the hell is this? Okay, Hussars for some reason focusing on a farm. They do not... There's something special about this farm that they do not want cultivated here. A farm not being taken by anyone is the target of their rage. But again, our Mongol moving forward into castles. Come on, use these Hussars for something. I, for the life of me, cannot understand Yellow's gameplay at the moment. Now he's tethering halberdiers to winged Hussars. But Blue, on the other hand, I also can't understand, taking constant engages underneath Yellow castles. I don't know. This is a very interesting and strange game. Take a look at the kill count, 700 and 900. I am absolutely not complaining at all. Oh yeah, a transition to siege rams. I mean, Yellow's got a lot of winged Hussars. Yeah, there are bonuses against gunpowder, but Absolutely. A bunch of those super fast-moving Mongolian siege rams with how many? Only 33 Mangudai. Only 33 Mangudai. That number is a little low. And finally, Yellow moving in to do some kind of damage, but again, okay, maybe he is playing 40 chess and I'm the idiot. These 18 Hussars here in the back left for, I guess, to deal with the one Hussar that was sent forward. And again, Yellow is throwing away army supply. Oh, this is so frustrating. Somehow Yellow has cobbled enough resources together. Oh, yeah, take a look at the left. He bought the stone to build another castle. The problem for him is Blue. It's just swarming him on all these fronts. I mean, Yellow has the army supply lead, but when it comes to this area, let's take a look at what we're working with. 53 to 21. So he has the army supply, but where the hell is it? It's in the back of his base. It's doing patrol duty, protecting fishing ships. It's here with halberdiers, knocking down stables that are not being used. Yeah, Yellow needs to... what's that opening scene in Gangs of New York where Daniel Day-Lewis talks about the 5 boroughs in New York, at the Lower East Side of New York in the 1800s, and then he closes them all into a fist? Or is that a different movie that I'm thinking about? Or is that Game of Thrones with Joffrey wanting to create the Westerosi army? I can't remember at the moment. I'm just in absolute shock. Finally, a paladin makes his appearance. Although Yellow, like I said, Blue did him a favor culling his villager count, because take a look at army supply now, 67 to 55. And here you go, your mom. You wanted late chai, you got late chai. You wanted fast-moving Mongolian siege rams, you got exactly that. Let's see if they even make it to this castle. One does not. One will get a shot off. Atlas, please do share. Believe you me. You know, I started this channel, and 99% of everyone is supportive. Finally, some good rating here by our Mongol. Oh my god, now he's patrolling here. Okay, fine. No. Oh my god, I thought he was going to send out. No. Do something with these guys. They've got 10 kills. Believe me, Atlas, when I do the Civ introductions, every little thing I say is scrutinized. There's a bunch of people who are, oh, what do you mean the Chinese cavalry line is mediocre? They have those heavy camels. And then, oh, well, you know, a camel, blah, blah, blah. What do you mean the archery range for the Turks is mediocre? They have the best cavalry archer. Blah, 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 blah. Always share your opinion. There's always going to be idiots out there, or people, contrarians of the slowest fight here in the world here. This monk finally does die. There's always going to be contrarians who say, blah, blah, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're wrong. Here's why you're wrong. I find that it's best to just ignore them, but yeah. If you have an idea, always feel free to share. Any, so far, everyone in the chat has been incredibly supportive. Anyone in the channel, almost everyone, with the exception of one person, have been incredibly supportive. Yellow, more and more water-based fishing. I am absolutely shocked that this game is in the 54-minute mark, by the way. Blue not really showing any sense of urgency here, throwing away a lot of units of his own. But this is a much bigger body of units. This is 23 Hussars, or rather 22 Hussars. The problem for Blue, where the hell does he go? Everywhere is an alley. Everywhere is an alley of death. 2 castles firing on him. Now another town center is going to be firing on him. Remember, again, hill forts, +3 range on these town centers. Skirmishers, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, unless you're bait. In which case, kudos to you. You are fantastic bait. And now Yellow, did he... Okay, Yellow finally using the reserves that he had in the back of his base. Okay, good. Kill more villagers. And then swarm these Mangudai. They're undefended. They're alone. There's only 2 castles here. Go after them. Go after them. Get as many as you can. Oh, but now you gotta retreat. Look how many arrows are fired when you garrison with something as powerful as a Mangudai compared to villagers. How many freaking arrows did it fire? They're absolutely bonkers. Oh my god. Yellow listened to me, moved out his defense forces, reserves in the back, and then immediately comes under attack in the back. How hilariously sour is that? Oh. Well, there you go. Yellow just could not take a good engage for the life of him in the beginning. I think the Lithuanians, based on what Blue was building, were the much stronger civilizations. You attack these with paladins and lechai, these things are going to melt. Yellow, instead, with the army supply lead, just deciding, you know what, I'm sick and tired of microing. I'm being attacked to the north. I'm being attacked to the south. I'm being raided to the left, right, and center. And even though he has, again, the bigger army supply, let's take a look at kill count. 900 kills for him, 1,200 for our Mongol. Obviously, winged hussars and hussars are the order of the day for these two players, based on what we've seen. Let's take a look at economy. Must be bonkers. 115,000 reset. How did he do this and still GG? Yeah. 2 lessons I would take away from this game. For Blue, not aggressive enough. For Yellow, a little bit too headstrong. A little bit too casual into throwing away units and taking really bad engages with smaller clumps of units. And again, look at this. This is 30 army supply. That's down 20% of its HP. So numbers don't always tell the full story. You always have to look, especially if you're lucky enough like us to have the caster's God's Eye view, to see. I mean, look at this. Yeah, they've got the Pierce armor to keep the Mangudai at bay of 6 Pierce armor, but when their HP is what? Let's pick one of them. 22? Ugh. I don't like seeing things like that. Especially Blue, by the way, who had 4 monks the entire game and now finally moves them into a forward position. If you're going to play the long game, you need to heal your units. You need to take care of them. Look at how well HP these units are. They're literally down 40 HP. These ones are fresh. Yellow's army is just bruised and battered, and absolutely, yeah, he took just way too many bad engages. Hi, Mustafa. Glad you could join us. Sorry, guys. I'm just catching up on the chat here. Oh, thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Atlas. You know, Atlas, it's the curse of anyone who ever opens their mouth in any time of their life. You say, this is going left, the person goes right. So let's see. What did we... So we've seen these 2. We've seen these 3. Okay, what time is it? It's only been an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see if we... Ooh, Sicilians. We haven't seen... And Khmer? Uh-oh. We haven't seen these 2 civs. I think we saw Malians yesterday, but... Let's see this game. This game should be fun. Blue and green, so they are Team North. For some reason, the system reset it to Improvise's team. Now you can see me struggle to type as the microphone is right in front of my face. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Kotal Khan. My decision with what? That's very nice of you. What? I appreciate that. Malians to the northeast, Poles to the northwest versus the Sicilians and Khmer. Okay. This could potentially be a very, very interesting battle here. Oh, Kotal, are you talking? I thought maybe you were talking to me about my decision as opposed to people's decision to thumbs up. Oh yeah, of course, thumbs up if you're here. Why the hell not? Drop a comment if I say something stupid, which, believe me, I have enough self-awareness to know that I say a lot of stupid things. A lot of things that might be wrong. I forget things all the time. Please feel free to chat. For now, though, Blue streaming heavy camel riders. Remember, these are Malian cavalry units, so they come, take a look at the bottom, with Farimba, the extra attack. They attack on a +7. And defensive castle going up for him. In the meantime, red streaming north with his Sicilian hauberk augmented cavalry with the extra armor. If you take a look, +6/+4 on those guys. What is green building to defend? He is building these standard Polish paladins that come with Schlacht, makes them a lot cheaper. And here we go. Yesterday, we saw Persian war elephants elite. Today, two. I was just doing nothing. Today, we get to see ballista elephants. Let's see how many he's building. Only one. Oh, come on, yellow. Come on, yellow. He's supply block. That's why. Come on, yellow. Build a buttload of ballista elephants. I mean, how hard and annoying is it to deal with those units in a random map? Can you imagine 40 or 50 of them? But here we go. We've got a 2-on-1 developing. Yellow's about to get slammed from the side any second now, or maybe like we said, the second I say he's gonna get slammed, maybe green will pivot the other way. Oh, Kotal Khan, you absolutely didn't have to send me the super chat to cast your game. I'm more than happy to do it. You've been an awesome fan, awesome supporter of the channel. Hi, Chester. Welcome back. We've got potentially, yes, 37 ballista elephants in the production tab. Yes. Ah, you love to see it. Polish cavaliers taking on Sicilian cavaliers. All the hauberk in the world is not going to save you against these obuks who are just going to reduce that armor, chip away at it with every strike of their giant warhammer. But we've got a mass. Will he be able to even get out these ballista elephants? How many are on the field right now? Only 10. Only 12, rather. Yellow needs to build a lot more. Take a look at blue and his construction. Take a look at red and his construction. Donjon's going up incredibly aggressively. Yellow, okay, finally yellow. Look at the he's going on a bonkers spending spree, building 8 town centers, or rather 7. Okay, castle does go down. Guys, I was very excited to see ballista elephants, but now with only 3 castles left, I don't know if we're gonna really see that many. Although 23 on the field is not bad. Blue suspecting that his opponent is building backwards because he's got literally nothing out front, is sending expeditionary scouting forces in the form of clumps of camels. Halberdiers are gonna have something to say about that, though. Oh yeah, obuks against sergeants, against cavaliers, against donjons, and elephants have entered the chat. The 2v1 recipient has become the 2v1 aggressor here. Chester, I believe it reduces both melee and pierce armor. And by the way, like I said in 2 games ago, that reduced armor stays until either the unit is healed by a monk or garrisoned, I believe. It is permanent. Although someone in the chat let me know, again, this might be one of those things where I'm wrong, but I do believe it does affect both types of armor. Blue now slicing off a piece of his army, moving here with no fewer than, what is this, 40 camels? 40 heavy camels. Although continuing to insert himself into yellow's base. Yellow, I mean, yellow can overwhelm this in an instant, right? This is not a lot of army here for blue, and yellow's got a pretty sizable army here. This is 60-something army supply. He can easily overwhelm this with enough good micro to make sure that there are no attack rounds hit his elephants. Oh, Kotal, yeah, no, I appreciate that, and I don't, yeah. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I've just run into, like, starting this channel has just been so much fun, running into so many nice people who share my love of this game. It's just absolutely incredible. That's why, you know, all the other casters, by the way, are pretty cool. I mean, I love T90's low elo legends, the LOLs, and I love Mem's casting of all the tournaments. Everyone has their own little unique take. It's a fun little world to be a part of, and I'm super glad that I'm a part of it, and especially with awesome fans. Oh god, camels. You're engaging into ballistas. By the way, these ballistas now shoot 2 what are they called? Projectiles. And this is what I was talking about. Yellow, you didn't have to be scared. You can overwhelm this absolutely. Look at these elephants' HP, 320. And the ballista elephants, not a... oh, line them up with the ballista elephants. Gun them all down. Come on. There we go. Okay, the lining up not exactly perfect here, but multi-pronged damage happening here. It's so sour. Our Sicilian stymied here by the green pole, who has extended his base backwards. Does anyone have any trade? Yes, blue and green team north have trade. Team south just starting to get trade. By the way, brilliant move here out of favorite in yellow to double team green, because that basically forced blue to send all of his strong melee units away, leaving his siege completely exposed and with only very little camel support. Again, take a look at the HP on the camels. Look at that. It's down 700 HP. Numbers really do not tell. People believe I stole T90's voice. Oh, man. Yes. I am a chat GPT generated bot. That's honestly the first time I'm hearing that. That's freaking hilarious. I love T90. I mean, back in the day, I watched Zero Empires, and then when he, forget what he went off in. I think he just became part of the actual development team of this game, no? Which is amazing. But then I started watching T90 and Mem and Dave and Ornlu, the Wolf, and I mean, of course, Spirit of the Law. You can't really call yourself an Age of Empires guy without watching Spirit of the Law. I mean, no one breaks it down as good as that guy. But that is honestly the first time I'm hearing that I've stolen T90's voice. I don't think he sounds anything like me, or I sound anything like him. In any event, Obuks are going to make very quick work of these. Let's take a look at their armor, okay? Down to prove our point. It's 4. Okay, come on, attack this halberdier. Let's take a look at his armor. It's plus, yeah, you see it reduces both if you were quick enough to catch it. But now blue has inserted himself in here with these heavy camels. I bet he wishes he was the Hindustanis with the Imperial camel. And look at the trade for Team North. My goodness, this is a lot of trade cards, but Team South also starting to trade. Oh no, nothing here to defend. Three camels are gonna run amok here. And remember, normal camels, in my opinion, don't really do that much damage. A very specific use for them, but these guys are Farimba augmented Malian camels. Red moving in to defend his teammate here, who's on the verge of having his base completely cracked open like an egg at brunch. Yeah, your mom, they're all fantastic. I completely forgot that NAC was happening. I saw a streamer watching the earlier games around noon, but definitely I'm going to look at the schedule and make sure I don't overlap with any NAC event. I don't want to in any way compete with an NAC event. Is it quite similar? Okay. I mean, yeah, I definitely stutter and have a lot more vocal tics than T90. He is much more what the hell? He's much more experienced than I am when it comes to casting, of course. I've been doing this 4 months, but yeah, look, I'm going to take it as a compliment. I'm absolutely going to take it as a compliment that we have very similar voices and that you guys are here watching this cast with me. Let's take a look at the kill count, or rather the 285 camels. This is a little sad, a little disappointing. I expected more out of this game, to be honest. I mean, they were smart, green and blue, to double team the Khmer, because you don't want 40 to 80 ballista elephants showing up at your base. Although his siege onagers may not have been that scary, but Red doing a good job of trying to at least get himself inside of Green's base. Oh, it is fine. Okay, good. So which one is this? I think this was this one. Oh, look at Maldahar. We saw him do a one-on-one. Now he's doing, oh, this could be good. Chinese, Khmer. Finally, we see Franks. Okay, we're definitely going to watch this one. It's been an hour and a half. I'm going to have to mute my mic for a very quick second while I take a sip of water. But we are seeing Franks here. So your mom, let's see if I'm right that the OG deathmatch. And look at this. If this was the Goth, these would all be barracks. Because it's Franks, they are all stables. Although throwing in some barracks, this is an interesting little twist. In any event, let's take a look at the teams. We've got green and yellow are going to be Team West. Making these guys, by default, the old Team East. Okay, so improvise as the Green Franks partners up yet again with favorite as the Sicilians this time, not as the Khmer, but opposing him, we've got True as the Red Khmer. And Maldahar is the Chinese. Remember, just because it's deathmatch doesn't change the civ bonuses. So the Chinese do start with the extra villagers, but a lot less food. More experienced dollar sign. Yeah, something. I'm going to mute my mic for literally 1 second while I take a sip of water. I don't think anyone really wants to hear me drink water, but here we go. More donjons, more castles on the way. Let's see how Red responds to this. For now, his elephants taking a little tour. No doubt heading towards the Franks, not really realizing what's about to hit him, although he does see the donjon being built. Okay, so I'm going to mute it for 1 second. I'll be right back. And we are back, hopefully with a voice that is not as parched and dry. Here we go. Let's see what our Frank is playing. A siege? For our Frank? Okay. Not something I would have expected or built myself. Look at Yellow. Yellow saying, you know what? You did to me last game, I'm going to do to you this game. Forget any infrastructure. Forget any barracks, any houses, any stables here. I'm just going to go balls to the wall sergeants, back them up with siege onagers, and good luck to you. For now, seems to be working. How many ballista elephants? Only 4. Guys, I'm trying. Last game we got lucky with Michi, where we saw, what, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Persian elite war elephants. This time I'm praying that we get to see some elite ballista elephants. God, are they so annoying to deal with, but four sergeants, rather, making their way north, saying, you know what? We're not much, but we are definitely going to take on these camels, and we are definitely going to die in literally 5 seconds. Lasting a lot longer than I thought they would, to be honest, although they were being attacked by halberdiers, so. Okay. Yellow possibly making a bit of a tactical mistake here, revealing his siege onagers, moving backwards. Not too sure he's moving in the right direction. Should be moving right, not left. But now red and blue hoping to carve the map in half. This is a strategy I'm very used to from back in the day. Carving up of the map using static defense. Blue, I think, is throwing away way too many units here. Engaging into castle fire. Castle, by the way, yes, here we go. Throwing axemen. If only they built as fast as Shotel warriors. Ballista elephants make an entrance, but siege onagers immediately shoo them away, and somehow these two treads have survived. Yeah, Khmer here will be absolutely great. I have high hopes, and here we go. Okay, good. Well, we didn't get to see last game. 15 going up to only 22. I mean, they are ridiculously expensive. And here we go. Frankish paladins have entered the chat. 192 HP, backed up by throwing axemen. How many throwing axemen? Only 10 so far. That's the problem when you're relying on these deathmatch games on units that come out of castles, because the castles take so much longer to build, unless you're, of course, the Sicilian, in which case your unit is the sergeant, which is kind of a meh unit to have in this matchup. You have to wait a long time for your units to come up. Would do well to build a few backwards castles. Oh yeah, he's building a few backwards castles. Okay, good. Oh, but red trying to flank with his chunky boys. Oh, thank you, Atlas. I have my moments. I try. Oh, here we go. Look at all these sergeants streaming across the map. 52 of them. Demilitarized zone. between red and yellow means we are going to see, and I hope my computer doesn't crash as we watch this, but this is a lot of army fighting a lot of army, and I said blue is throwing away his units. He has proved me wrong with 52 Chukanus. Backed up by 5 trebuchets. How many siege rams? A lot of them doing nothing. I don't know what the hell these 3 are doing in the middle of the trebuchets, just kind of hanging out, watching the fight. But Frankish paladins will chase these weaker elite elephants. These are not Vietnamese with the pothead 420 HP. These are just basic elite elephants. And now red trying to backstab yellow. Or will he go for the town center? I mean, he sees yellow, right? He has the vision of being attacked. Here we go. Here we go. Remember, these are not siege. These are just basic onagers. Needs one more shot. Okay, we'll get it. Okay. So let's go back to the 52 freaking Chukanus. Oh, they've been cut down to 33. Oh, we missed the Sicilian siege. I'm sorry, guys. Believe me, no one is more upset than me that we just missed the evisceration of 20 or so Chukanus. Oh, what a shot. Look at them just lying in a row dead. Although it does lose the onager in exchange, and here come the ballista elephants inserting themselves, pushing their way in. God, deathmatch is just so fun. I hope, by the way, if you haven't... Oh, don't kill your own halberdiers, though. If you haven't been an enjoyer of deathmatch before these 2 live streams, yesterday's and today, I really hope... Oh, yeah, you know what, Alice? I absolutely should have rewound. Fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. But if you weren't a fan of deathmatch before, I sincerely hope you are now. Like I said, it's not for everyone. A lot of really crusty people think that it's not as clean, as pure a form of Age of Empires. I wholeheartedly disagree. And one of the absolute fun things is you always get to see unique units. It's not like, for example, the game that I casted today between MBL and Cito. Oh god, look at those elephants taking so many rocks to the face. Where the Burmese and the Bohemians, the game that I released at earlier in the afternoon, where it was more a game of tower rush and positioning as opposed to unique units. So we didn't see any Arambai, we didn't see any Hussite wagons, Hufnitzes. In deathmatch, you generally see a lot of the unique units, which to me is one of the coolest features of deathmatch. And it's just an absolute reason to love this style of play. What is destroying these buildings? 4 trebs backed by the laziest, sleepiest looking elephants that have ever walked the earth. Look at them. They're just bobbing their head. They're half asleep while these trebs do all the work, packing, unpacking. Do we have any trade going up for anybody? A few trade carts here for Team North, who have been repelled. Never underestimate the Franks. But you can't go forward too much. Okay, a lot of trash units out of Team West. I hope we get to see more paladins. I hope we get to see more sergeants. I hope this stays alive. Look at how many siege onagers. Absolutely redonkulous. Red deciding that the demilitarized zone needs to be remilitarized. Yellow would do well. Does yellow have any gold? Not that much. I was gonna say yellow would do well to have some kind of cavalry here. Green might have to help him out. If I was green, maybe send some villagers. What is this bizarre trade? So we've got trade carts here, and green has built a bunch in the middle, I guess, to get the quantity up. And here we go. Halberdiers engaging. A lot of people underestimate how many halberdiers you need to get rid of elephants, because halberds are just so good at getting rid of cavalry that sometimes you forget the elephants come with, what, twice the HP of a basic paladin almost. Chukanus running away. Army supply, though, take a look at the top of our screen, 150 to 80. Villager count, though, Team East significantly ahead, which if Team West can't close this game out in the next 5 to 10 minutes, they're going to be in serious trouble behind 100 villagers. Although sergeants here, do they have any attack bonus against elephants? Absolutely not. Not sure why he's sending in these sergeants. Trade card trying to come in. We'll see if it makes it. Will it make it? Oh, this is like one of those scenarios. You have to take King Richard's body back to England in a trade cart, in a barrel, or was that someone else? I forget. Green pushing out, but how are they going to respond to this? Their entire trade is about to get decimated. by 21 ballista elephants, a bunch of trebs, and a weaker siege on it, rather weaker onager, not the siege onager. These donjons tickling away at the HP, but look, 7,000 HP of elephant here, and that's not including the ballista, which are themselves 5,000 HP, 12,000 HP of elephant power here, completely wrecking the trade. Yellow needs to reroute his trade carts immediately to the center markets, immediately, and yes, he does. I mean, green does. Okay, siege onagers here are a good move, but like I said, green needs to support. Not with halbs, with paladins, I think. Oh man, Team West pivoting their entire army south. You know what that means? Completely exposed back home. Oh, completely exposed to what? Does blue even have any siege? Blue has no siege. So lucky for them. Okay, yeah, this is not a fight blue wants to take here. Amid the donjon fire with these Frankish paladins. Not a fight you want to take with your weaker Chinese cavaliers. Does discover the center trade though. Blue needs to get out some kind of siege, and right as I say that, he builds 5 trebuchets. Oh god, oh god. Okay, now he's finally got enough pikemen to at least get rid of these ballista elephants, or halberdiers rather. Oh my god, look at this battle here. Elephants taking on halves backed by siege onagers. How many kills on these guys? 91 kills on these siege onagers. Rack up 2 or 3 more here for those 2 basic onagers that he killed from the Khmer. 78 did lose a few of the commandos. And here we go, our Chinese player moving forward with 1 treb only though. 3 trebs here to greet him, and a whole bunch of throwing axemen. Remember, with the bearded axemen, which did not exist, I think, in 1998, they do have +1 range, and my god, are they good at demolishing rams. If you think the Chukanu, with its 0 melee attack, can kill a ram that has negative melee armor, let me introduce you to this guy with his bearded axe that can absolutely wreck siege rams. Okay, finally has managed. Oh my god. I thought that was a villager. Never mind. Sorry, guys. I got very excited. I thought a villager was attacking a ballista elephant and winning. Instead, it was a yellow halberdier backed by green paladins. Okay, throwing away his throwing axemen so that while the castle continues to shell away. Oh, he's going to get them. He's going to get them. Oh, that's so sour. That is absolutely sour. 4 Frankish paladins. Make that 3. Have managed to pull back 7 elephants. That is not a good move here for red at all. Let your castles deal with that. But Frankish paladins have entered the western frontier of the battle. Let's see if they can make any difference. Not a lot of them, actually. And what's their HP like? Pretty damn good HP. But it needs to focus at home. They need to get their trade up. Look at their trade is literally in the middle of their base. Okay, yellow rebuilt the market in a more secure location, but in come the elephants. Ballista elephants, just so gross, so powerful. Oh my goodness. I mean, we can't see what's going on behind here. I'm gonna highlight the health bars so you can see just how quickly yellow is melting away. I don't know why red is even retreating here. There's only 3. Okay, maybe some reinforcements coming. Somebody get this treb. Oh, a treb for a treb leaves the whole world blind. Okay, blue continuing to move here. What does green have on the field of battle? 29 paladins, 16 halberdiers, 2 on. I don't know why he even has onagers, and a bombard cannon. Okay, he needs to get his ass home. He needs to stop streaming halberdiers. Yellow has to put on his big boy pants and deal with red a little bit on his own. Otherwise, green is going to collapse. And if your Frankish teammate collapses, you best believe you are going to collapse. Oh, the Chukanu so good at killing. Oh my god, what a fun unit to see. Villager count now evening up. Wow. Okay, I did not expect that. Red, I think, maybe dropping the ball in terms of steamrolling yellow, but what do we have here? 42 halberdiers, 13 sergeant backed up by only 2 onagers left. Oh, that's so sour. How many onagers were here before? Now he's only got 2 left. But you know what? Mission accomplished. Red has been stalled. Red is not approaching his base at all, rather letting his trebuchets do the work. Onager pops out. Onager dies almost immediately. And as always, like I say, the numbers don't tell the full story. Look at the HP on these elephants. You might think that, yes, okay, 9 elephants, but look at their HP. They're down 1,200 HP. I cannot harp on that. I cannot make that point enough. Numbers just do not tell the whole story here. Managing to get rid of the Chinese Trebs. So the teams have stabilized. We're 30 minutes in. Red is discovering a forest of halberdiers here. Rather, of halberds. Yellow moving forward. Wants to get those ballista elephants. Who also, by the way, look at their HP. Absolutely terrible. Get rid of the Treb here. They're down 2/3 of their HP. So move in with the pike. Move in with the pike. So guys, if you watched my cast before, you know I call the halberdiers pikemen or pike all the time. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look how quickly those 9 ballista elephants became 2. Just because their HP is dog shit. Does anyone have a monk on the field to help regenerate some health? No, camels chasing. I don't even know why green is building onagers. I don't think an onager is enough to one-shot a fully upgraded elite Chukanu, right? Let's see. Oh no, I guess it does kill the one that it attacks. Oh god. You know what? I apologize. To improvise. Build as many onagers as you want. That was absolutely boss. Absolutely clutch. But more and more blue stream across the map. What are the scores? Oh my god, the scores are almost identical. An insane back and forth. Yellow has rebuilt his onager count, going up to 9. How many ballista elephants? We're down to 14. And their HP is also down about 15%, but they're moving north. They want to double team green now, seeing that yellow is no longer the easy pickings that they thought. Although if he keeps throwing away units like this, definitely. Okay, never mind. Wants to get rid of the trebuchets, I guess. No? What the hell was the point of this? Is he supply capped? Yeah, he's supply capped. I guess he's just throwing away units. Although he's rebuilding halberdiers anyway. Okay. Maybe he wants more room for trade. Hal's supported by bearded throwing axemen. What an absolute banger of a fight here. Chukanus, ballista elephants, Frankish paladins, throwing axemen, Sicilian siege. Oh, these elephants are not going to be able. They're not going to be happy with this fight, let me tell you. Oh, goodness. And now we've got a 2-on-1 here, but green has a freaking shelf of castles here. It absolutely is a neck-to-neck game. I still don't know who's going to win this game. Oh, found this little resource patch. Did green, but will lose his trebs for it. Let's take a look at resources. Does anyone have gold here? Red has 1,200 gold. That's basically it. The other 3 players don't even have that combined. They are spending resources the second those resources come in. But finally, take a look at the top of your screen. Team East army supply has been knocked down to 70. Team West with 96, but a lot of that is in, 54 halberdiers. Not exactly the most efficient army supply you can, especially with a lot of castles and static defense around. Although, here comes the Chinese siege. Oh, God. Oh, it's going to demolish these donjons. Blue throwing away units, keeping green occupied, so I guess green doesn't notice or come to help. Not too sure what the strategy here for blue is, what the mind frame is, but absolutely dead even. Everyone's got trade up. Yellow needs to destroy this market immediately and just reroute all of his trade to here. Otherwise, green is not exactly getting the most efficient. 43, is this 43 gold? Each one of these is carrying, I guess I have to click on a cart that's carrying gold. I don't know how a capture age works here. 77. Each one of these trade carts is carrying 77. Green is carrying 43. So yes, the distance is shorter, but he is getting a lot less gold for it, basically half the gold. Okay, where are you going, halberdiers? Go north. An incursion here into the center of Team West's base will be met with a flurry of halberds, throwing axemen, and the 2 remaining donjons. Oh, look at this. This is a terrible engage here for green and yellow in terms of logistics. They need to work out a game plan, I think. This is where you have professional players that do a lot of... First of all, those are beautiful attack rounds. But when you have teammates and players who basically all they do is 2-on-2s. They have a much more coordinated attack than, you know, if you were just you were on your own and you were partnered up with someone. That was an absolute gross engagement there for yellow and green. They won the engagement, but the halberdiers should have been left alone to take care of the elephants. And there was the big traffic jam. These paladins, look at their HP, look at their health. They did not need to take that fight. The halberdiers could have easily handled that on their own, I suspect. But fresh recruits taking so much damage from these Chukanus. Oh yeah, your mom. When you can get a good deathmatch game, it's absolute. They're amazing. We'll take a look at the kill count at the end. Should be in the thousands, I suspect. This is a lot of heavy units going down. But finally, our first Frankish castle in the last, what, 30 minutes has gone down. A second one should follow with 3 trebs. Absolutely nothing here to engage into them, except potentially the siege, which blue body blocks them. Amazing. And now red is yet again inserting himself, shoving himself into yellow's base. With how many elephants? 35 elephants, 10,000 HP of elephants. How will yellow respond when his entire army is where? In the center of the map. Somebody needs to be aggressive here on Team West. I feel like they're playing way too defensively. They are absorbing a lot of the aggression. But you know what that's doing? It's giving room for this. Look at this. Look at this traffic jam of trading carts. We're going to see at the end. And if I suspect I'm right, and I usually do suspect I'm right, we'll see that Team East is going to have double, if not more, the trade revenue of Team West. Just because, again, they're playing way too reactive. They've got the army supply. 244 to 292 is not such a big disparity, especially when you've got defender's advantage. Steamroll. Gather your forces. Oh, God, these elephants. Is there a treb somewhere? Oh, look at this. Look at this. A bunch of gold miners have taken matters into their own hands. These are the ladies of Eamon's Field. If anyone is a Robert Jordan fan, Wheel of Time, they have decided, you know what? They're fighting over there. We are going to contribute to the war effort. And now these elephants should die. Their HP, my God, they're so tanky. There needs to be something done here for Team West. Somebody needs to make some kind of quick-moving unit, whether it's cavalry or cavalry archers, and just plant them here. Even though they're not the greatest units, I don't think, for the Franks. The Sicilians, maybe, I'm not too sure. But plant them right here. And just absolutely, or send, you know what? Throwing axemen. Send a bunch of throwing axemen. What is there to demolish here? They'll take a little bit of keep fire, but these are not Yasama Japanese keeps. These are just basic standard keeps that fire 1 arrow. Send 30 throwing axemen into there and you win the game, in my opinion. But again, everything is easy to say when you've got the God's eye view and you see exactly where all the armies are. This is what the players are working with, by the way. Look at this. Look at this fog of war. Out of the fog of war appear a bunch of elephants, then they run away, then they reappear. So as much as I say do this, do that, I always am respectful and cognizant of the fact that these players do not have the same vision we do. Yeah, feminist power. And yes, the Chinese are absolutely deadly in a 2v2. Mr. Yo and Vivi, when they team up. I mean, I did a live stream of them when they played the Viper and Hera, but that's not really indicative of their, you know, when you're playing the Viper teamed up with Hera, you basically need god level micro and abilities to defeat them. Elephants wedging themselves for some strange reason into a corner. You've got these big chunky units. You want them spread out as much as you possibly can, but doesn't really care. Coming in with another force of 5,600 HP of elephants, demolishing these center structures. And again, green here has a good army, 21 paladins. Send them into the trade. Disrupt their economy. What you're doing is not working. You are taking all the brunt of the attack of Team East over and over and over again. And at some point, you have to realize, how are they still affording Chukanus? How are they still affording elite ballista elephants and heavy camels? It's because they're a freaking trade. And you absolutely have to disrupt that trade. There's no two ways about it. And you also have to recall your units. Hello. This is 20 army supply that's being used for nothing. Oh, they've beaten the Viper and Hera before? Ooh. Yeah, that is impressive. Absolutely impressive. Throwing Axeman for the win here. 52 kills and counting. But Ballista Elephants will be able to shoo them away. What's the range on these, by the way? 6 compared to what, 5? Yeah. Little cheeky side attack attempt here. And now Yellow repelled the red elephant advance, moving forward, but not with his whole army. Okay, now move back. I am right-clicking on the screen as if I'm the one playing. Move back. Save your halberdiers. And just do a bunch of attack rounds. Oh, beautiful attack rounds here. Throwing Axeman still very much alive. 42 kills for these survivors. You sometimes forget about delete these units. Absolutely delete them. You do not need units that are basically with 1 HP. And now Yellow has to push out, right? Right? You'd like to think so. They've taken the brunt of what, 10 waves of attacks? The problem is right now, Green does not have much to deal with this death ball of Chukanus. 21 Chukanus, backed up by 3 Onagers. Red does not want to let Yellow get established. Yellow tried to move forward, building a donjon, maybe send some sergeants to help, but these elephants. Okay, taking bad fights. Halberdiers on the high ground helping out a lot, and now Yellow is free to move forward. This could be a game changer, guys. This could absolutely be a game changer if Yellow continues to reinforce. He still has 10 population room. He is instead building villagers for some bizarre reason. He is on the cusp of breaking into Yellow's base, and he is building villagers as opposed to Trebs, as opposed to siege onagers and halberdiers. And Green realizing, hey, I am the Frank. My paladins have an extra 20% HP, even though we don't get bloodlines. I can just swarm over whatever the hell you have. And swarm he does. Now go attack the trade. Go attack the trade. Come on, improvise. Do as your name suggests and improvise an attack plan. Yellow securing this position. Has taken down 1 castle already, but this is a lot of elephants. Sorry, guys, I have to mute my mic as I coughed. Oh, these elephants are going to swarm over this. Unless he gets the greatest attack rounds. Oh, they're going north. Green now. Okay, team. Okay, Yellow pinging his teammates saying there's a basically a giant elephant buttload heading your way. Be prepared. And now look at their trade fully up and running. Amazing. Although, is he still using that middle market? No, delete this market already. Oh, God. And anyway, we'll see at the end. It is absolutely now or never. But Green has been repelled. He does not want to engage into these elephants. But you know what that means? That means Red's base is completely exposed. No Oliphants for you. Does manage to lose 2 Trebs somehow, but 2 more on the production tab. Beautiful placement of barracks here. Completely remove your opponent's defender's advantage. And now Frankish Paladins, 43 of them, 24 more in the production tab, are going to swarm over this. But here on the fields of Pelennor, they will meet these giant Oliphants from far, far away. Green needs to gather his forces. He needs more. He needs something to support these Frankish Paladins. They are tough, but they are not going to, excuse me, dislodge 12,000 HP. Guys, I'm way too excited about this game. If you couldn't tell, my voice is cracking left, right, and center. I might have to keep muting the mic as I take sips of water here. How are the HP on these Paladins? Absolutely not great. Down 1,200 HP. These elephants are all fresh. Okay. He's going to lose his Paladins. These Shukanus are going to pick away at their HP, especially now with the camels. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. I have been wrong in today, maybe about 35 times. No, I'm not wrong about this one. What is Yellow doing? Yellow, push in, push in. What are you doing? Your opponent is taking the brunt of a 2v1. Oh, do not do what you're doing. Do not go and support him. He's got enough here. He's got how many throwing axemen? 15 throwing axemen, more paladins. He'll do just fine. Okay, retreating with these paladins. Only tusks? Is that like an OnlyFans for elephants? This is a lot of Frankish paladins, by the way. 52 paladins. Attack, attack, attack. Okay, yellow finally reaches here. Sorry, guys. I know I'm yelling into the microphone. I'm trying to back away as I do so. So I'm hoping I don't burst anyone's eardrums. Yeah, both teams are not really building the army comp that you need to steamroll over your opponent. And this is the power of trade. Look at this, 83 elephants in the production tab because Team West has done absolutely jack shit in getting rid of these trade carts. They need to get on that yesterday instead of just continuing to engage here in the center, taking on Chucanoos and camels. You are wasting resources. That being said, Team East also not really doing much to disrupt the trade of Team West. Yeah, exactly. Late to the battle was yellow here. LOL. Okay, Frankish paladins should do pretty well here, especially with some throwing axemen to support. But come on, you've got 8 more recruits. Bloody them up on the field of battle. And now for what? The 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th time? Red is shoving into yellow's base. We are an hour and 2 minutes into this game. And I still don't know who's winning this. It almost seems like the players agreed that they would play an hour the way they're both playing, both teams. Although this is absolutely deadly. This is what Team West should have done to Team East's trade. He's going to plant these elephants here, especially these ballista elephants, and they're just going to wreak havoc and let loose the ballistas of war against these trade carts. Although, let's see if these siege onagers have anything to say about it. He is killing more of his own units than he is elephants. More small engages now between green and blue. They are distracting each other for some reason. No single player moving in. I mean, if blue, who by the way has not supported red this entire game, blue has been the one who was receiving military support, and I don't mean resources, I mean like actual units. If blue inserted 30 Chucanoos into here, it would be game over. I mean, together with the elephants. This is absolutely terrible. If he could insert some Chucanoos into here and start sniping trade cards. Let's actually look at the trade card count. 43 and 54 make just about 100. For the other team, just about 100 as well. I think they're like 1 trade card away from each other. Okay. That's why we're seeing these big old battles at the hour and 5 minute mark. Oh yeah, Kotal Khan, they must be dead after these long games. Absolutely dead. Ballista Elephant taking so many shots to the face. Okay, yellow yet again clearing up, but only because red has pivoted to green again. But take a look at army supply. This is what is telling the story. Team West at the top of our screen, 300 army supply to Team East's 92. And red is supply blocked because for some reason he's got 95 villagers, 50 trade carts, and only 46 elephants. Oh, they're gonna melt with these throwing axemen. Oh, Team East is victorious? No. Sorry, 1 second. What the hell happened to Team West's army supply? A second ago I was literally pointing out that it was 300. What the hell happened? Or am I completely crazy? Was I looking at the wrong number? Well, I must have been looking at some other number. I must have been completely confused. I thought Team West's military count was a lot higher than it was. In any event, I don't see a reason for them to have GG'd. Oh, this is like that Mishi game. I don't know why the hell they GG'd after an hour and 6 minutes. Kotal, this is exactly what you're talking about. They must be exhausted. Yeah, the elephants do. Oh man, they're just gonna swarm over these throwing axemen. Wow, what an absolute fun game. Woo! I'm exhausted just watching this. Look at these guys. Wow. Let's look at the trade. Like I said, I suspect Team East is gonna double the trade. So sorry guys. We're looking at blue and red. I sometimes find it easier to do colors. So what is this? 75,000 against 68,000. Okay, so not that bad, actually. Not that bad at all. Green, surprisingly, with his shorter trade route, does have a lot more. Yeah, this is crazy. Let's take a look at kill count. 578 elf and 667 Frankish paladins. Oh, man, you gotta love deathmatch games. Oh, yeah, look at this. Team West has killed, what is this, 2,400? Wow, they actually killed more. Only 2,300 for the other team. Not too big of a disparity between them resource-wise. Take a look at Red. Look at how much gold Red has because of this insane amount of trade that he's done. Wow. Yeah, you did, Kotal. Wow. What an absolute crazy game. 5,000 kills basically in total. But yeah, this was the death knell for them. Like I said, the fact that they could control and destroy this trade. Once your trade goes in deathmatch games, you're basically done. Because then it's basically you're doing trash units. And look, there's barely any wood left on this map. How much wood is left here? Are you kidding me? 2,400 wood left? This is the last forest on the map, right? No, there's a little bit here. But the rest has been completely cut down. This is an environmentalist's worst nightmare. A world with no trees left. Look at this. Nobody even trying to take the relics on this map. Wow, I thought for sure the Frankish player would be a lot more aggressive here. But yeah, wow, absolute crazy game. Let's see what the next one is if we'll watch the next one. Maybe we'll leave this one till tomorrow, although it is the same team. Actually, yeah, forget it. Let's watch it. Why not? I don't know how long this game is. It might last like 5 minutes. So moving on. We've got Team West. Oh, wow, okay. They line up again. Lucky for us. Team West, headlined by Improvisers, the Koreans, a civ I don't think we've seen yet in deathmatch games. Saracens, we saw yesterday, trying their best to demolish and take down Persian. Okay, he's exactly opposite the Persian. And Teutons. Okay. We have got 4 incredibly powerful civilizations here. And I honestly don't know who I favor. I mean, remember that the unique unit of the Koreans, the War Wagon, still does count as a cavalry archer. Kotal, thank you so much. You don't have to send me super chats. I guarantee you I will check out the game and I will cast it and I'll post it on my channel. Don't you worry. I have to get through a few other videos first, but I will let you know once I have done that. For sure, 100% it's happening. And here come the Teutonic paladins. Remember, Teutons I don't think have husbandry, so these paladins at a very, I mean, they're slower than an Eagle Warrior. 1.35. Incredible. Persians moving forward as well with their paladins at 1.49. But they are moving into Saracen territory. This villager needs to be careful. Protect that villager at all costs. Oh, no. Our Saracen player would do well to get 3 castles up immediately and just start pumping out Mamelukes. Yellow sending, or rather blue. Sorry, guys. My brain is starting to melt after that long-ass game we just saw. That was incredible. I'm still in absolute shock at how fun that game was. 5,000 kills, an hour and 6 minutes. I hope this one doesn't disappoint, although we are now 2 hours and 15 minutes into the cast. I'm glad that, like yesterday, we have very exciting games, and unlike yesterday, we don't have any internet issues, although, oh god. I opened my big mouth. Okay, please no internet issues. In any event, Saracens taking on Persians. Camels galore, not a single Mameluke in sight, although finally a castle up immediately starts producing Saracen. Mamelukes, remember though, they are incredibly expensive. And so you can't really produce that many of them. Yellow and red have a bit of a stalemate here. Remember, all the Teutonic units that come out of barracks and stables, take a look at the melee armor, do get extra armor starting, I believe, in Castle. Okay, Kotal. Yeah, for sure. I'll get in touch. I got your email with the contact info. And I will be in touch as soon as possible. Like I said, I've got a few things I'm working on right now. And then once I'm done, I'll cast your game. And I will for sure get involved in that CBA tournament. Okay. Here we go, War Wagons. As I was saying, these guys are pretty damn strong. Look at their HP. 200 HP on them. Basically between a paladin and an elephant. Our Saracen going heavy on the heavy cavalry archers. Extra armor as well for those. Siege hunters are out. Should be able to shoot away these blue camels. But we've got a 2-on-1 developing here. Our Teuton is about to get slammed by a bunch of Saracen camels. Okay. Not all of them, apparently. What is Red building? Red is not building anything. He's building 7 Teutonic Knights. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's not building anything. The good news for him is there's no siege here with yellow and green. Green holding the line against these Persians. I don't see any war elephants in the production tab, but Red is in some serious trouble here. He is resting on his laurels. 15 paladins, only 20 Teutonic Knights. And like I said, they have amazing melee armor. They have okay Pierce armor, 6 against the elite war wagon that fires on a 13, one of the highest base, I think, of any archer. Even these guys fire on a lower base of 7. So let's see how our Teuton deals with this massive army coming his way. He's finally building some more units. 18 paladins. But is it too little too late? Korean towers moving forward. Infrastructure falling for it. We might have ourselves a 5-minute game here, guys. Oh, hi, you're the carpenter. Nice to meet you. Kotal, did you send me his email as well, or just the? Oh my God, what is he doing? Oh God, he's attacking his own trebs. Oh, what an absolute terrible attack round. I think he's probably focused on these camels here. Oh man, absolutely nightmare situation here for Red. His infrastructure is completely under attack. He went balls to the wall trade carts way too early. Way too early. No paladins in production, no Teutonic Knights in production. Finally getting out some siege onagers. Remember, Teutons with some of the tankiest, strongest siege in the game. But look at this giant mass of Korean military might. War wagons, halberdiers, oh man, and Green holding the line here. I don't know that we need to really think who's winning this game. If this is a hold for Red, it's going to be an incredible hold. He is also, by the way, not rebuilding his infrastructure. Sometimes you'll see they rebuild infrastructure in the back of their teammates' base if they're getting overwhelmed. But let's see, with some camel support, he's attacking from 3 sides. Our Korean not prepared. Halberdiers in the center. They need to get to the front yesterday, but enough towers here. Trebs need to continue working just because your army's under attack. Oh God, these paladins are taking massive shots to the face. An absolute amazing hold here for yellow. Wow. He just took a 2-on-1 of Teutonic Knights, Teutonic Paladins, and here we go. The Chonky Boys have entered the chat. The question is, too little too late. A lot of camels here. How many Mamelukes for Green? 24 who are just here parked outside of Blue's base. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, a good attack round here for Red, though. What an absolute hold here by Yellow. An absolute atrocious engagement for Team East. And now Yellow moving forward. Trade already up and running for these teammates, and trade up and running for these teammates. This is, by the way, hilarious. You're going to defend your trade with the slowest infantry unit in the history of the world. The elite Teutonic Knight. I don't know what they're doing over there. Red holding on desperately, but take a look at army supply. Literally more than double for Team West. I suspect we're going to see potentially a GG, although finally rebuilding some infrastructure. Oh my god, Green keeps shelling his own units. Let's take a look at how much friendly fire this is. 19 units friendly fire. That's 25. Oh my, it's going to be even more now. 25. It's literally a third of the kills are friendly fire. I absolutely would love to cast the CBA tournaments. I will warn you about one thing, Hongda and Kotal Khan. I absolutely do not know how to use Discord. Absolutely do not know how to use Discord. If there's any other way to communicate, either by email or something, let me know. But Discord, I am just absolutely terrible. Oh my god, look at this stream of Green camels heading north. Green cocky that he can hold here against Persians. Maldahar, who took it 3 games to none against the Otter earlier in today's stream. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. They managed to do what the Team West last game could not do, and just immediately penetrated this trade route, and that is going to be GG. Not surprisingly at all. My goodness, Green with perhaps the world's most inaccurate attack grounds. Oh, install on my phone. Okay, you know what? Kotal, I'm gonna learn to use it. I shouldn't be lazy. I know a lot of Age of Empires action happens on Discord. I promise I will learn how to use it. I just cast for now, to answer your question, but the more and more I cast deathmatch games, the more and more I kind of want to play deathmatch. We'll see, though. For now, I'm very much focused. What the hell is this? 2 markets. Okay. Wow. So not the longest game, but we did manage to see 222 heavy camels. Let's take a look at the trade. So not a lot of trade for both teams. Tribute sent to who? To Green? By Yellow? Very interesting. So that's how he could afford all those Mamelukes. He got a huge amount of trade. Rather, tribute. And Red just collapsed. I think Red focused on economy way too early in the game. Distracted his villagers. 17 Korean keeps creeping. I did not mean for that alliteration to happen, but man, did they creep into this base here. And now, of course, they lose the trade. Absolutely nothing they can do. Wow. Okay, Kotal, I will learn Discord. I will download it, and then we absolutely will chat inside the room. Thank you so much for the super chats, and I promise, as I said, I will be 100% casting your game. Oh, look at these units. They're so fun. These big studs protecting the people inside from any kind of Teutonic aggression. Yeah, good luck handling these. Oh, God, the HP is terrible. Good luck handling these camels. Whew, wow, I'm glad we got to see another hour-long game. That was crazy. Okay, Blue at least had the right idea here to send these archers in, probably to do damage to the trade. Oh god, if they could get the high ground here, they would do so much damage. Mamaluk's not really doing much. Okay, never mind. 25 kills. Wow, what an absolute fun game to end it on. You love to see this keep creep. Korean keep creep, let's call it. Wow. Well, everyone, if you didn't like Deathmatch before, I hope you kind of like it now. I'll do one more cast before I pivot into something new live tomorrow. Or rather, one more live cast of Deathmatch tomorrow, and then I'll pivot into something else to put it a bit more clearly. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you, Kotal, for the super chats. Super appreciate them. I will get into the Discord group, and I will we'll take it from there. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for everyone for supporting the channel, for listening to me blab on about my voice and random historical nonsense that just pops into my head. Thanks for listening to me forget the names of upgrades and remember the names of upgrades and yell into the mic. GG to all these players. Wow, what a fun series of games that we saw. Maybe next time we'll do some 4-on-4s or 3-on-3s. They are even more bonkers, if you can imagine, but 2-on-2 is easier to follow, I think. So I'll take a look, and I might just look ahead and make sure we don't have any more 8 or 9 minute games, because those are just over way too quick before the players get to just beat the ever-living snot out of each other. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I'm glad I didn't overlap with the NAC, the apartment cup. And yeah, I'm going to go watch a T90 video because apparently I sound like T90. So there you go. Okay, everyone, have a great evening. Good night. Thanks again for joining us on an incredibly fun live stream. At least I think so. I hope you agree. If you do, leave a thumbs up. Send a nice little comment. Discord creator account, put add friend, right? Just I'm going to screenshot this message, Kotal, and I will see you in the Discord. And I will see everyone tomorrow for another live stream. And yeah, have a good night, everyone.